It's time to go racing once again the Gatorade Cup Series for the second time this season. We head out west for the start of the West Coast Swing. We're here in Fontana, California at the Auto Club Speedway for the running of the Auto Club 400, the second Gatorade Cup Series race of the season. It should be a wild one. We're going to see 3 and 4 wide racing here today for sure. And on the pole, JGR front row, Steven Taylor grabs the pole over teammate Mathis Wells, who will start second here in this race. Then third, we have Nathan Stapleton. Fourth is Carter Friesen, running out the top 5. We have Joe Jefferson. In sixth, it's Jeff Bright. The last time we won the Gatorade Cup Series, this racetrack in season number 6, and to get back to victory lane for the first time in the Gatorade Cup Series in 2 seasons. Then seventh, we have Anton Charles-Bois. Eighth, Patrick Smith. And ninth, TJ Hanley, last season's champion, won this race last season, which propelled him to the championship. He's going to look to do the same here this season, running out the top 10 of Josh Crash in the 43. Then for the rest of the field, the Auto Club sponsorship, Pena Salah in the 77. Outside, Ryan Taylor in the 09. Then we have Diego Yepes with Dale Lightning, along with Tim Gary and Zachary Fitzwater Sr. Then there's Derek Hamill and Lawrence Palanpon, along with Alexander Rowe and Roberto Rivera. Then there's Jay Jefferson and Oliver Galloway, along with Danny Lloyd and Jacob Davidson. Then we have Sebastian Kukulon with Keegan Thompson, along with Griffin Lynn and Charles Robert. Then we have Eli Bright with Jonathan Buford, along with Anthony Hernandez and Adam McDowell. Levi Shones with Luke Rainey. Then there's Trip McGinnis and Jake Galloway, Justin Lightning and Steve Larker. Then Daytona 500 winner Max Harrison will go back-to-back to start the Gatorade Cup Series season. Landon Lyons, who's outside. And in the final row, starting 41st, Greg Torres, 42nd, the 42 of Code Luigi. That is the starting lineup for the Auto Club 400 here at Fontana. Let's get going with our starting command.
Drivers, start your engines!
Great command to fire the engines for the second time this season in the Gatorade Cup Series. Here at the Auto Club 400 at the Fontana Speedway. It's going to be a wild one as our 42-car field goes rolling off the starting grid, led by 2 teammates Steven Taylor and Mathis Wells from Joe Gibbs Racing. It should be a wild race here this afternoon as points leader, actually tied for the points lead, Max Anderson starts at the back of the field in the 98 car. It's going to be a fight for him to get up towards the front. Levi Shones, Daytona 500 pole series, starts back here as well. And Eli Bright has gone 2 for 2 in the Target Series this season, winning at Daytona and Auto Club. He's looking to bring that same momentum they has there to the Gatorade Cup Series to win here at Auto Club. So as the pace car makes its way off turn number 4. It's going to leave the field in the hands of Steven Taylor and Mathis Wells, the 2 teammates on the front row as they come down the front stretch. 30 laps, 2 miles each time around here at Auto Club to the restart zone, and we are green flag racing here in California. Stapleton grabs the race lead in the 29 to lead lap number 1. A great start for him. Look at them stacked up 3 and 4 wide further back. Here comes Charles Boff for the race lead to turn 1. And back there, they're sliding up 3 and 4 wide. It's getting crazy. Middle of the field as they come down the backstretch. First time at full speed. They are 5 wide back there. Some contact being made. Patrick Smith in the middle of it with TJ Hanley, the 75 by Hamill, the 83, and the 18. They're going to try and get sorted out through 3 and 4. Some contact made. Still rubbing, still banging. Hanley out of control. Up into Wells. They keep their cars under control for now, but then they're trying to get it caught back up. Still 4 wide. Meanwhile, in front, Yepes leads in the 87, but we did get it sorted back down to 4 wide, and we're going to keep it green flag racing. Yepes leads down to the bottom lane, Roberto Rivera, but now all the way to the bottom lane, the 83 car down low. Oliver Galloway trying to take the lead away. What a crazy few laps that was. They somehow sorted out and did not crash. This race last season, they were 3 and 4 wide for half of the race without a caution flag. The yellow came out at halfway for a flipping Jack Marshall, who flipped in pit road. Now Alexander Rowe trying to get to the race lead. Steven Taylor coming back, and maybe Roberto Rivera that's gone to the outside wall a little bit. Taylor started on the pole, transfer back down to the bottom lane, 3 wide for the lead. And we have Griffin Lynn, the 7, coming forward. Season number 6 champion of the series. But look at them sliding up. It's not good. They're going to be 4, 5, and maybe even 6 wide as they come down the backstretch. Close and physical. Taylor, your pole here, gets out front. And now for a second, John Speedford slides up. Here comes Kukulan, the 21. 56 of Danny Lloyd coming forward as well. Here he comes to the bottom lane for a second, 3 wide. Look at them, 4 wide, sometimes 5 wide here. Derek Hamill to the bottom lane. Remember, he's making contact with TJ Hanley. And they have found their way back down low, and they are still in it. Hanley coming back forward. Hamill's going for second. This is crazy. Now to the bottom lane, Lawrence Palanpon, 3 wide. TJ Hanley, 4 wide to the bottom for a second. Insane racing here in Fontana. And we're not even 5 laps into the event. The whole field 3 and 4 wide. Trying to sort it out. Trying to run down the 20 of Steven Taylor. Here comes the 34 to the bottom lane. Steve Walker coming forward. But gets shoved to the middle. And McDowell now coming to the bottom lane. The 16. They're getting close there. Inside the top 5. Steven Taylor breaks away to lead TJ Hanley to the start-finish line. Toyota have right now brought their stuff to All Club. Remember, both of them back there 5 wide. Some contact made again. It's Derek Hamill again in the middle of it. Trying to get sorted out, but there's still 5 wide. They come off turn number 2. Yeah, I just don't see how they're going to make this. There's like multiple rows of 5 wide here. They're still trying to sort out down the backstretch. There's just no way. I don't see it. But I think they have sorted it down to 4 wide again. Somehow these drivers have found their ways to go 5 and 6 wide and make it work. Up front, TJ Hanley for the lead. Looking to win back-to-back Auto Cup 400s. This race propelled him to a championship last season. Hanley still trying to lead. Steven Taylor got a great jump there, but there are some cars getting up high almost into the wall down these straightaways. Very concerning. Hopefully they don't get into the wall at some point and cause a crash. So Hanley gets out front. He clears now. He's ahead of any big crash that would happen as they come down the backstretch. Back there shuffling in the middle of the pack. Down low 4 wide comes the 71 car of Justin Lightning. Meanwhile, for the lead, Steven Taylor gets back to it. And now with those drivers being side by side, here comes the rest of the pack. Galloway and Steve Larker make contact. They're 5 wide again, but they sort back down to 4 wide again. These drivers doing fantastic jobs, keeping their cars going straight at points where it looks like they're on the verge of a collision. How about Anthony Hernandez in the bottom lane, 4-5 wide. Jake Galloway was bouncing off other cars just a lap ago. Now he's going for 3rd. Insane here at Auto Club. 2 cars still continue to pull away. Steven Taylor still leads TJ Hanley, as Hanley couldn't even get up front to lead a lap. Now Hanley back again to the bottom lane. But back here is where the racing is at. Oliver Galloway sideways with Eli Bright on his quarter panel. But down the front stretch, Hanley's trying to lead this lap. But I think it may go to Taylor again by a nose. Hanley this time, though, has a better position to turn 1 here. Here comes Patrick Smith in the 14 trying to get clear. I think he is down front of the 33 of Alexander Rowe. Now Smith looking in the 14 as they come down the backstretch. TJ Hanley leads, but here comes Patrick Smith, a huge run. There was a car out of control. I couldn't tell who it was, but hopefully they can get sorted back up without any collision. I think they did. It may have been the 43 Josh Kresh, may have gotten sideways there in the middle of the field, but I think he corrected his car. So Patrick Smith now leads. Here comes Alexander Rowe. Steven Taylor back down to the bottom lane, 3 wide in the 20 car. He's starting on pole. He's been so strong here today. Oh, there they go. Eli Bright hard to the outside wall, head on. And the winner of yesterday's Target Series race involved with his teammate Anthony Hernandez and Jake Galloway. The caution is out and Eli's day is done. That was a hard hit into the outside wall as your poles here looking to race us back to the caution flag. So yellow come out will take it a third of the way through this event. And Steven Taylor, the pollster, back out front for second. They are 4 wide. Down low, Carter Friesen trying to get by, I believe it's Patrick Smith in the middle lane, who gets back in the 2nd position. A wild for 3rd of the race. And it brings out the caution flag with Eli Bright and teammate Anthony Hernandez in a crash with Jake Galloway. We'll see what happens around the caution flag as a hard crash in the middle of turns 1 and 2 collects 2 of the 4 Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolets. Just to update why we saw Josh crash sideways as he came off turn number 2. Luke Ray made a big move, but crashed, I think, trying to get down, not knowing Luke was down there. They made contact, crash, almost goes spinning right there. That is an angle to where he would have been heading towards the inside wall, but he did a great job saving the car. Both the 2 and the 43 come back up without much contact, if any. They keep it going. They kept it in the race. So we'll see now what happened around the caution flag. Eli Bright and Anthony Hernandez were 2 of the cars involved. Here's the reason for the caution. Rubbing and just slight 5 wide. Because right there, the 38, 17, 88, 48, 11. The 48 barely with the nose on the 88. And right there, Eli and Anthony Hernandez going to make contact up into the wall. Eli takes a hard head-on collision. Then Jake Galloway, just an innocent bystander and all that, nowhere to go. If anything, I think the 88 definitely has the worst damage from that. Maybe the 11 with slight damage to the side, and maybe the 4. I can't tell how much damage the 48 has. He was pushing that 88, and then right there, Galway. That's probably gonna be the hit that maybe hurts him going up into that wall. I have to see full speed. I think that hit right there for 11. I think the 48 might be fine. Just depends on how much front end damage he has to that number 48 Lowe's Chevrolet. Eli Price now aboard camera. He won the Target Series race here yesterday. He's looking to sweep the weekend here at Auto Club. It's not going to happen. He's looking to Target Series. He's not transferred over to the Gatorade Cup Series. Got that special orange amp energy colors. Right there, there's going to be some pretty heavy damage to Eli. He might be done for the day. Depending on the 48 and the 11, we'll see how bad their damage is. I think the 48's damage might be just a little bit better than the 11's is. Gal looks like he has some pretty heavy nose damage there. So back in front in your pole here, Steven Taylor led us back to the caution flag. They have come down pit road for the pit stops. They should be good to go on fuel if I'm not mistaken. I don't believe they'll be short on fuel. I can see everyone coming down pit road. We'll see if Steven Taylor leads the race off, and we'll see is it going to be fuel only, 2 tires, or 4 tires. Jeff Bright took fuel only. He's already gone. Some do take tires, though. Jeff Bright, a fuel only pit stop, leaves with the race lead. I don't like that call. Some take 2 as well. The 38 of Carl Friesen took 2. The others take 4. Patrick Smith takes 4, and he's going to leave before the 20th Steven Taylor, who stays for an extended time on pit road. But he leaves now. And once again, that's maybe not the worst thing to do. You get 4 tires, you make sure that car is packed full of fuel. You can come through the field very easily here at Auto Club. It's not like you're going to stay 41st. If you come out 41st, you go from 41st to 1st here in about 5 laps. But Jeff Bright, trying to get that strategy going. He takes fuel only. Carter Friesen takes 2 tires. The rest of them back take 4 tires. It's going to be interesting to see how this restart goes. We're going to restart around halfway here in the Auto Club 400 in Fontana, California. We will restart lap before halfway with 16 laps of racing to go. Jeff Bright on fuel only is out front leading the Auto Club 400. Of course, Eli Bright is out from that crash. Right now we have Bright's first and 42nd. Jake Galloway, Anthony Hernandez, 2 more cars with damage from that crash. 41st and 4th, they came down here trying to repair the damage the best they could. We'll see how their cars get going on this restart. So Jeff Bright, the fuel-only pit stop, will be out front for this restart. Behind him on 2 tires is Carter Friesen. Then the rest on back took 4th. They have Patrick Smith 3rd, Jay Jefferson 4th, TJ Hanley in 5th. They have Trip McGinnis in 6th, Alexander Rose 7th, Steven Taylor 8th, Levi Shones 9th, and Jacob Davidson rounds out the top 10. Big 4, the 19 team, they are tied for the points lead with the 98 Max Harrison. A great result for them could get them to the points lead over the 98. So into the restart zone for the 5 of Jeff Bright, and we are back racing here in Fontana. Green flag back in the air. Carter Friesen behind. Look at the 4 tires of Patrick Smith. A great restart for him. He got to the bottom of the 38, but he did not pass him. That's the big thing there. As long as he didn't pass him, he is fine there. That restart is deemed legal as long as he just stayed beside him and didn't go by him. How about Levi Shones, the California native, coming forward. That was a great restart for the 17. Looking low on TJ Hanley down the back stretch. And Levi Shones got a great restart right there. He's come up on his former car, the 14, Patrick Smith. Smith keeps it to the bottom of the 5 of Jeff Bright. As they go through 3 and 4. Here comes Shones' teammate Jacob Davidson in the 9-9. 2 Roush Family Fords now coming forward as 2 Chevrolets battle side by side for the race lead. Patrick Smith leads at halfway. 15 laps of racing to go. See if Shones can get clear of his teammate. If Jacob Davidson's down there, looks like the 9-9 going to keep it down there. Steve Larker in the 34 coming forward. How about Joe Jefferson in the 39? The 31 of Landon Lyons. Down the back stretch. Back up to 3 and 4 wide in the pack. Now here comes Steve Larker in the 34 to the bottom lane. 3 wide for the lead. Go Steve Larker. Larker now out front at Auto Club. And back there shuffling forward wide. Contact between the 39 and the 17. Remember, those 2 used to be teammates at Stewart Haas Racing. That's Shones and Joe Jefferson. Look at Landon Lyons. A big run there for second. But look at Shones emerging in the middle lane. Got a great push. And the 34 to block the outside lane. But Landon Lyons got down there. And there comes Roberto Rivera in the 12. Down the backstretch, here comes the 75, Derek Hamill pushing forward. A push from Danny Lloyd in the 56. Lawrence Poundpond down low as well in the 24. 13 laps to go this time, but I just don't see how this pack is going to make it 13 laps without crashing once again. This pack still racing as hard as they were before the first caution. Still 3, 4, maybe even 5 wide at points. They are going 5 wide back there. Looks like Patrick Smith forcing the issue in the 14. But he backed out of it nicely. Nathan Stevenson started inside the top 5. He's going for the race lead. Maybe a bump over the track from the 20-year pole. There's Steven Taylor coming back. Contact still being made in the back. Cars sideways out of control. Cole Luigi and the 42, the one at Dale Lightning. 2 teammates made contact and somehow saved their cars. Now Jonathan Buford to the bottom lane. Trip McGinnis in the 19, a big move. And look at them making contact. Oh, there they go. Handy around. We got a car up in the air. It's Joe Jefferson. Luke Rainey goes out into the outside wall. Race back. Danny Lloyd. Luke Race upside down the 2. Hit from Greg Torres. Luke on his side ends up back on all 4 wheels, but the caution is out for the second time with 12 laps of racing to go. And that is the big one. Lloyd leads us back in the 56, but not many cars escaped clean there. The winner of this race last season also involved the A2 TJ Hanley I saw with damage. Jay Jefferson, Joe Jefferson, Landon Lyons, there's Hanley, there's Pina Salada. Jacob Davidson, how about Max Harrison? He won Daytona, your points leader. Derek Camel's damage. Jeff Bright in the 5. He's not going to be winning here today without damage. So maybe about 19 cars got away in all without damage. Oh, we got a car blown up. It's Zachary Fitzwater Sr. from 5th. He was set to restart 5th. He got back to the start-finish line 5th. And with 12 laps to go, the engine lets go on the 47 team. That is heartbreaking. Running inside the top 5. Fitzwater, once again, still has never won the Gatorade Cup Series. He's looking for that first Gatorade Cup Series victory. It's not going to happen today, and it looked like it was going to be a great shot for him. He's going to restart inside the top 5 with under 10 to go. But the engine woes for that 47 team going to bite them here today as he's going to be out of the All Club 400. We'll see what happens right at the caution flag. TJ Hanley won the first go around. His damage is big to that Red Bull Racing Toyota. We just saw really big moves being made. Looks like Patrick Smith and the 14 maybe down low. Slides up a little bit into the 33 of Alexander Rowe. Pinches them. They get together. Joe Jefferson, Derek Campbell go up to the wall. Look! Oh! The 12 into the fence. The 34 Steve Larker stuck upside down. And then the 2 of Luke Ray bounce off the wall. He comes down into is that Greg Torres' path. And it flips Luke over. He does a flip. There's Jay Jefferson get hit by Keegan Thompson. There's Charles Robert. There's Max Harrison. Luke luckily ends up back on all 4 wheels. There's Greg Torres through the grass. Looks like Carter Friesen, the 38, may have been involved. Top 2 in the championship last season. But how about the 34 and the 12? Roberto Rivera stuck in the fence, and Steve Larker stuck in the safer barrier. Anthony Hernandez came in there and hit the 9 hard. And there's Luke getting flipped in the 2 car. What a crazy crash this was. 3 cars in all. Maybe even 4 as Joe Jefferson was up in the air. 4 cars get up off the ground. 2 of them go flipping. The 12 just did a little bounce there, I think. I don't think he ever went upside down. And we couldn't see from that angle. That angle is like perfect with how we were looking at it to where you couldn't see the flips happen besides the 2 of Luke Rainey getting flipped. Crazy crash here at All Club. Gonna bring up the second caution of the day with just over 10 laps of racing to go. It's gonna set up a late race restart. How about that 12 getting up off the ground like a bunny hop? Insane. There's the 2 of Luke getting flipped. On board camera, TJ Hanley in the A2. Gatorade Cup Series champion last season. And it's a hard crash here in the race he won last season. Joe Jefferson up off the ground. Tough break for him, that 39. Even the 14. Both Stuart Haas cars were running pretty strong here today, and both of them involved in this same crash. Jeff Bright in the 5. This is the last race he's ever won the Gatorade Cup Series. That was 2 seasons ago. And it's going to be more than 2 seasons now, this winless drought for Jeff Bright. Well, Levi Schoen's in front of him. Did Schoen's get by? Yes, he got down low and got by. It looked like barely. Yeah, Jeff just got hit there. He did a great job keeping off the outside wall, but that rear end damage I think is definitely going to hurt his car. I don't see how he's going to be able to contend for a race with that damage. Levi Schoen's, California native, somehow escapes through the middle of all this to come out clean with a shot at this victory. Great job by Schoen's. Getting low, getting by. He knew what was happening. He just did a great job keeping his foot in it. Carter Friesen, runner-up in the championship last season, does get some damage from this. It doesn't look like it was too bad, though. How about all those cars down low? How about Luke Rainey? He was one of them down low. Looked like he would have had missed. He just got clipped right there, hard to the outside wall, and right there. Oh, that's where Carr got most of his damage. He was fine until the 10 came across him, and that's actually some pretty hard contact for that 38 with all that happened there. So a big crash here, coming off turn number 4. Takes out most of the field. Back in front was Danny Lloyd trying to win once again in the Gatorade Cup Series. He'll stay on the racetrack. It'll be Danny Lloyd leading us back to the green flag here for the Auto Club 400. It will be 8 laps of racing to go to decide a winner in the Auto Club 400. Remember, the Target Series race yesterday ended under caution. Will we see that here today? Will we go 8 laps clean and green to the end? From that crash out, Charles Robert, Alexander Rowe, Steve Larker, Luke Rainey, Anthony Hernandez, Roberto Rivera, Greg Torres, Landon Lyons, Zachary Fitzwater Sr.'s issue was a gearbox, Joe Jefferson, Jay Jefferson, Pena Salada, and TJ Hanley. 28 cars left on the racetrack. The 5, the 11 damaged along with some others like the 14, the 6, 9, 9. Really, I would say the top 18 possibly have a shot at this race victory. They are not damaged. Danny Lloyd going to lead us to the green flag here at Auto Club. Trip McGinnis is second, trying to get to the points and extend it. Stephen Taylor is third from the pole. Jonathan Beeford, Nathan Stampton are your top 5. Cars jump high. We're back racing. Lloyd with a great jump. How about Trip McGinnis? Even a better jump. He's already looking low. Off into turn 1, down to the bottom lane goes to 19 McGinnis, 8 to go. You want to get out front, lead basically every lap. Here comes Stephen Taylor, the pole sitter. He's at one of the better cars. He fell back on the pit stop, fell back to the bottom half of the top 10. Back for the race, lead down the 20. Got a great run there. Taylor to the inside for the lead. Stephen Taylor, your pole sitter back up front. But now Jonathan Beeford to the bottom lane, the 13. Back there, still going forward by Cole Luigi, Levi Shones. 2 Californians, they have a shot at this race victory with 7 laps of racing to go. Buford and Taylor still side by side, both with the same drafting help. Now Dale Lightning to the bottom in the 1 car, challenging 3 wide to the bottom lane. Get down there. Down the back stretch. Dale Lightning trying to win it. McGinnis back to his back bumper. Shones looking 3 wide in the 17. Buford a great jump off the top side. Whoa, contact there, the 4-2 sideways with a bump for the 4-3 Josh Crash as Dale Lightning pulls away to lead. 6 to go this time by, and California now trying to get to second, that's Levi Shones. But Josh Crash moves 4 wide in the 43. 4 wide for second in turn 1. Crash in the 4-3 with the advantage down low. How about Justin Lightning, close racing there. Almost contact with the 4-3 and the 17. And they're still going 4 wide down the backstretch. Now the Lightnings, it's the battle of the Lightnings down the backstretch. A lightning pass for Justin Lightning. Get him out front of his brother Dale Lightning. Now Tim Guerin, the 26, coming with the 00 for Anton Charlebois. The 09 as well, coming forward Ryan Taylor. 5 to go, yellow would end it out Auto Club. And it's this pack of cars with a shot. The 98, the last car, it's a 19-car battle for the race win. How about the 09 to the bottom lane? Nathan Stampton looking even lower. And they're trying to make it 5 wide back there. Coming to 4 to go this time by. Nathan Stampton 3 wide for the race lead. Here comes Oliver Galloway in the A3. Cole Luigi in the 42 as well. Luigi looking to the bottom. And we talk about Stephen Taylor. He started on pole. How about Mathis Well started outside the front row? We haven't talked about him since then. Here he's now inside the top 10 on the inside lane with 4 to go. Look at 4 wide. Cole Luigi in the 42 takes it to the bottom lane. Stampton uses the middle lane. Luigi digging hard on the bottom. He missed on the Target Series race win by maybe half a lap yesterday. Now he's trying to take revenge and win here in the Gatorade Cup Series. He's going to get forced in the middle lane by Mathis Wells. They're catching a lap car already. Keegan Thompson is very off pace, crucially off pace. Which lane's getting packed? Who's going to get by? 3 laps left at Auto Club. They're going to catch him right here. Cars fly around the outside. Thompson holds up a few cars. And the pack is out dwindled. Oliver Galloway, Josh Crash, Levi Shones, Stephen Taylor, Dale Lightning, and Charlebois get caught up. The rest move on by to get by. Stapleton still leads, coming to 2 to go this time by. Danny Lloyd restarted in front. Here he's now for second. Trip McGinnis in the 19 coming as well. We're going to make it to 2 laps of racing to go. 4 more miles left and Nathan Stapleton still leading. 4 miles, 2 laps. It's going to take a huge run out of someone to get up here and battle that 29. I just don't see it happening. But look at McGinnis. He got a great run there to the bottom. McGinnis to the quarter panel of that 29, trying to side draft him back. Side by side for the lead down the backstretch. We're coming to the white flag in the Auto Club 400. Who's going to get back around with the race lead? 4 wide further back as Trent McGinnis finished second. Daytona after a dominating performance is out front. We're coming to the white flag in the Auto Club 400. Jonathan Buford for second. White flag, last lap in Fontana. Who's going to get back around the lead? Will it be McGinnis? Will it be Jonathan Buford? May it be Ryan Taylor? Will it be someone else? Here comes Jonathan Buford to the bottom for the lead on Trip McGinnis down the backstretch. He couldn't get there, got a little tight. Can he get enough for a run to get there into the bottom lane 3 and 4? He tried to move up. Stapleton was up there. That could be the final nail in the coffin. Into turn number 3 for the final time. Buford trying to get there tight down low. And it's going to be McGinnis off the top side. The 19 to the checkered flag. Trip McGinnis wins at Auto Club. In a frantic dash to the finish, Trip McGinnis going to win it. His second race in the Gatorade Cup Series results in a victory for the number 19 team, and he's definitely going to take over the points lead now with a second place in most laps at Daytona, and now here a race victory in the Gatorade Cup Series in the Auto Club 400. What a wild race that was to the end. Definitely kept me on the edge of my seat the whole 30 laps. Let's now go check the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Auto Club 400 at the Auto Club Speedway. 2 caution flags for 8 laps and 14 lead changes among 11 different drivers. Trip McGinnis started 35th after a second place at Daytona, leading the most laps. He only leads 2 laps but gets to the victory lane here today, stealing one from Nathan Stapleton. Looked like he maybe had one of the better cars here today. Stapleton has settled for a second, though, a decent finish for him on a day where he only led 4 laps, but 4 laps led here looks like a lot in terms of stats. They have Jonathan Buford in 3rd. Looked like he was close to a victory, but just got tight there in the last lap. Ryan Taylor 4th and Justin Lightning 5th. How about Diego Yepes in 6th? Cole Luigi 7th. Tim Garrett 8th. Mathis Wells 9th. And Sebastian Kukulon rounds out the top 10. There's your top 20. Most laps led goes to your pole sir. Steven Taylor led 8 laps. He definitely had the best car here today, but circumstances there got held up on the lap car. Keegan Thompson, who sold up a few cars. It was a 19 car pack. It dwindled down to 13 cars. 6 cars got held up in all due to the 6 of Keegan Thompson. Then 20th on back was off pace. Ian McDowell finishes in 20th though. They have Griffin Lynn, Patrick Smith, Jake Galloway, Jeff Bright, Carter Friesen, Derek Hamill, and Jacob Davidson off pace along with Keegan Thompson. The rest of the field out from Crash James, TJ Henley on down, as we had 2 big crashes take out drivers here in this race. Let's now go check the points after the second race of the season. 2 races in the books. And here are the points standings. Trip McGinnis, the only driver with 2 top 5s and 2 top 10s this season, which just shows how wild the races have been. And McGinnis, though, on top of the points over Max Anderson, who is second with that Daytona victory. So there are 2 winners right now, 1-2 in points. Max Anderson 53 back. They have Nathan Stapleton up to 3rd with us, another solid finish. Lawrence Poundpond 4th and Code Luigi 5th. They have Danny Lloyd in 6th, Justin Lightning 7th, Adam McDowell 8th, Keegan Thompson 9th, and Derek Hamill rounds out the top 10. So there's your top 20. See drivers still trying to situate themselves. Obviously, this is not going to be what it's going to look like come race 15, race 20. It's going to be definitely different. This is just getting a good, sense that maybe who could be a contender. Like maybe Trip McGinnis, if he could keep this momentum, he could be challenging for the chase. Maybe someone like Cole Luigi could come back from a bad season and start contending. We'll just have to see, though. Once again, only 2 races in the books. So someone say, like, down here, Zachary Fitzwater Sr. had 2 DNFs. Greg Torres, Roberto Rivera. They could possibly get up there and still challenge. We have Hendrick Motorsports, Lawrence Poundpond up inside the top 5. They have Jeff Bright 30th, Anthony Hernandez 31st, and Eli Bright 33rd. That just seems to be the theme of Hendrick Motorsports in their Gatorade Cup Series. They've had one driver do excellent and win races and perform well. Then they have the other 3 down there battling for a top 30 in points. Once again, we're only 2 races into the season. So someone like Eli Bright, Anthony Hernandez, who got caught up in a crash here today, they could try and battle back. Jeff Bright's not had a great season so far. Once again, still only 2 races down, though. There's still a long time left. Look down, Charles Roberts, Steve Larker, going to try and get their bad luck out of the way early on the season. Hopefully try and just get some good luck here. As we head into the next race on the West Coast Swing, we head to Sin City, the Home Depot 400 at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. I'll see you guys then.